Well, hello everyone. Thank you all yet again for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac, titled Showtime. Michelle, what we got?
Yes, yes. Well, first, we want to introduce our guest. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Erica Daniels.
Yes, yes. Erica is joining us. So she's going to be talking that stuff with us today. Real Housewives of Potomac. So this episode, we start off with Karen visiting Giselle. And she mentions that the last time that she visited, they were in the driveway in the tent. Y'all, I laughed this time and last time. She came in, she said, "Are we COVID testing?" That was so funny to me last season. But anyway, what do y'all think about Giselle's home, the updates that have been made? I mean, a long time coming, but
I'm gonna wait on Eric. Oh, well, you know what? I'll go. I'll let Erica collect her thoughts.
Yeah,
I really liked her home. You know what I'm saying? Her style is different from everyone's else's. It's not as grand as everyone's else's, but it was nice.
it's definitely coming along. It's come a long way. It's come a long way, and it is definitely unique to her. And I don't think it was bad. I think it was fine.
I think the inside looks a whole lot better than the outside.
Yeah,
I'll say
that's
that.
true.
well, I ain't got no damn house. We'll say something. I just felt like, for Giselle to go so hard on everybody else or always be in somebody else's business in her house for it not to be laid and paved to the gods, like, come on.
Right.
It wasn't, it's not, it's nice. It's a very nice house. And now her decorating, my thing. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
I
expect,
do think
I
this
expect,
part looks.
I expect better.
Yeah, this part looks better than. Remember, she had all them colors and weird things. This part looked a little better than all of that, but it's coming along. At least they're out the driveway, so that's a step up. But Karen, all she could say was that she loved the chandelier, and she left it at that.
I love her shade. I love her shade.
Yes, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's not
So
always nice.
anyway, so she goes there, and the twins are there. So she gifts them with these Gucci bracelets, and I'm just like, okay, y'all, this what 16-year-olds are getting nowadays. But hey, teach his own. I would accept as well a Gucci bracelet from Auntie Karen if she gave it to me. Okay. But anyway, they're gossiping about the live show, and talking about what each person is doing, and yeah. And so she mentions in talking that who's invited to whose show. And she said, this is just one thing. She said, Mia's invited. And what she likes about Mia is if she's wrong, she owns it. I I don't remember Mia owning any wrongdoing, but I was like, maybe that was off camera and we missed it, or maybe that was at the joint kickoff, whatever they had. And
Well, I
they
thought it was when I thought it was her way of like whenever they rode in those, what was it, Lamborghinis?
uh-huh.
I thought they did it then, but I don't think I heard that an official apology to me. Like I
No,
didn't know
everybody
that.
else was apologizing and she wasn't.
No, I don't remember. But what is clear to me after I watch what happens live.
Mhm.
They don't always show, and we already know this. They
Oh
don't
yeah.
show everything. They don't show
Mhm.
everything, and so hopefully, if it finishes downloading, I'll be able to show a clip of watch what happens live.
Oh, okay, okay. So they this is what you were actually talking about before we went live, but they're discussing about the car if Mia bought Jacqueline's Porsche. And so Karen wasn't there, but she was trying to reiterate the conversation. And she thought, Giselle thought she did buy the Porsche. And she also mentioned, of course, that that she allowed Jacqueline to have sex with her ex and wondered if it was happening currently. So they're discussing all of this tea. So tell us your thoughts, Erica. I thought personally when Mia said basically if my friends are on, you know, basically they get Porsches. I thought she bought the Porsche.
I never got the interpretation that she bought the Porsche. I just
Yeah.
thought that she was like, if my friend ain't in like that quality of, vehicle, then I feel like I'm not doing my part as her friend, like as to put her on in
Yeah.
life. Like I'm supposed to be putting her on to be in these positions too.
Yeah.
So we doing this together. That was my interpretation of it. Because when I heard it, I was like, okay, Mia.
And it could have been that I was like rolling my eyes at Mia that whole time they was in Miami. That whatever she said. Oh my
I
gosh.
was rolling my eyes at her too. But that was one of the things that made me say, see, I could fool with Mia. But then she acts a fool, and then you be like, I can't fool with Mia.
I can't fool with her at all.
Okay, yeah, I didn't put my paws on Mia. Mia.
Okay.
No. You can't put your paws on your friends.
Man.
So, Michelle, what
Yeah.
I've learned is that you're just as shady as Giselle. You're just as shady as Giselle. You thinking the same thing that Giselle thought?
No. I'm not just as, I mean, yeah, Giselle is pretty shady. So I'm not even giving myself
If
that.
Giselle's a 10, then that makes you a
Because I swear,
a 2.
Giselle went there. I was like, Giselle, where are you getting this from, girl? And then when I heard somebody else started too, I was like, well, damn, maybe I'm just green.
And I didn't get a chance to check Twitter and see their thoughts, but that's my initial thoughts. But in any case, Wendy is the next thing. She's home from the ER, and she has, well, actually, she's in the ER, and she has 9 centimeters of kidney stones and has to have surgery and all of that kind of stuff. So it's a lot going on with poor Wendy, and she seemed like she was in a lot of pain. Then they
question. 9 centimeters. Is that basically the same width that a woman has to have before a doctor knows that you're going into pregnancy or labor?
Is it 9 or 10?
Is it 10?
I thought it was 10.
10?
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
But yeah.
So it was crowning.
It was crowning, yes.
I guess you can call it that. Oh my gosh. So let me see what else happened. So Ashley, I don't even want to talk about her, but anyway, she was like fake cleaning, and she was talking about Michael had some good news because there's a house on the market, and she said they're entangled financially.
Did you say she was fake cleaning?
She was. It was like, and go. Oh, let me clean up. Because I mean, like, you got your nanny with your kids, and anyway, I think she was fake cleaning. But anyway,
Michelle, you think everything about her is fake. Have you realized that?
Fake tears, fake everything. Fake TikToks later.
Oh, you don't like Ashley?
You know what? I have a love, I don't want to say I hate anybody, but love, not like relationship with Ashley, because I feel like she brings the drama when she has to, but some of the stuff is like, okay, Ashley, do you even have to do that? Like, some stuff you can make up, and some stuff is just kind of like outlandish, you know.
Yeah. Do you think she made up the stuff about Candace?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think that
I think she was honestly like she didn't know what to do, because she knows that woman man don't like her. When she brought it up with Robin the first time, Robin was like, well, he works there, honey. And then she was like, oh, okay. You know, because when she filled in, she was like, okay. But when her friend said the same thing. But I didn't see any clips of Chris. But if Chris is favored by production, baby, they ain't gonna show no clips of Chris talking. Okay, and even if he ain't favored by production, if he got that green, he better be smart before Candace act a crazy Tasmanian devil on his ass and clean them up. You better grease the palms.
That's true, but
I got some. You trying to get rid of them or not?
Let me know. Now, one thing I will say, production, they shade everybody. So I feel like other than Monique win, I think they paid them off. But I feel like if they had a clip of Chris doing it would have made the show. So I don't think they had it. I don't think they have it.
First of all,
I don't know.
They might not have had it, but I just like throwing it out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely some truth. I can believe it's some truth to that.
But I still feel like old girl was reaching, but I don't think that everything they're saying about Chris is a complete lie.
I don't know. I feel like every season they find somebody to target. Because remember, they were targeting Wendy's husband last season.
Girl, he's not looking like Idris Elba.
He's not a bad looking guy, but
he's a bad looking guy, but don't do Idris. Baby, that's fine aged wine.
So, but anyway, on to Giselle and Robin. There's 2 days before their Reasonably Shady podcast, and they have this huge auditorium to fit 400 people. But so far, they've sold 120 VIP tickets, and they're spending about $10,000 of their own money for this. And they're talking about different things, and they mentioned Juan's part. Now, what are your thoughts on Juan? Because I feel like they have to drag Juan beating and screaming to any scene that he's in. But she said he may forget that he agreed to actually be a part of the show, and they need to butter him up.
Look, first of all, they know what the people want. The people want wine. The people want wine. I want wine. So come on with it. They know what they got to do.
What's really going on. He is the people.
I just feel like Juan don't want to do none of this, and he doing this for her.
Exactly.
And the less you have to drag him into it, the better, because he's just trying to be with you, lady. He ain't trying to be a part of this, but it's empowered her, put her in position to have her own little money. And so he's like, he's gonna appease her with this, but it's because you can't, like, what, you gonna take it away at this point after you've been in the streets? You can't.
Yeah.
So, like, but as far as him being on there, yeah. But I still, if I was Robin, I would feel embarrassed.
How so?
Embarrassed by how he acts when he's on.
Hell yeah.
Why? Break this down for me.
He act like he don't want to be there. You better act. You better.
So the guys in the sports. The guys in the sports. This is just not his thing.
You better act like you on stage. Whenever I show up to your games, I'm sitting here smiling, being all what you need me to be your little arm candy and your wife and supporting you. You better act like you see some cameras around here. Don't you see these cameras? You better act like you love me.
I will say he did good this episode. We'll talk about it later, but he did good this episode. Some of them episodes.
Okay, well, there was something that I those eyes. Look, there was something that I wanted to talk about, but since you said we'll get to it later, I'll hold it.
Oh, okay. But anyway, of course, they bring up the wedding date again, and they show what Janelle said it's been about 4-5 years. She don't know how long, but it's been 2 years since they've been engaged. And Robin says, excuse me, she has a lot of things to iron out, and they'll see when the date is. But she's kind of scared to talk to one about this prenup. And and they keep showing where they have not set this date. I know people have long engagements, nothing against long engagements, but usually they're building up to a specific date. So we don't know what's going on with Robin and Juan, or if they'll ever get married. We'll see. But anyway, Candace on her video, she's doing crunches to make her abs pop, whole thing. Her mom is there to support, but she's been instructed to sit down and mind her business.
Don't go run her whole life story with Trina.
Right. Because she knows she can cut up. But there has been a budget update from $10,000 to $25,000. Did you notice that one? Yes.
When I saw that, I almost died. I almost died. 25,000. Are you serious? 25,000 for a video. MC Hammer was producing $1 million video back in the 80s.
She is not MC Hammer.
What are we talking about? Like, I don't get it.
And probably 15 of those went to Trina. So
I think she's a little old to be chasing this music career.
What is she in her 30? I'm all for people
early 30s.
I
mean, she looks younger than her age. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like she should have started in her 20s, and I ain't trying to be ageist.
Well, she was a beauty queen, and so I think she thought that would have like done something for her career.
But chasing it through that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
will say I do feel like she has a nice voice. I didn't care too much for this song, but I feel like, if she didn't have any talent, give it up. But I feel like I see her like outside on social media and stuff, and other celebrities are supporting her events and stuff. So at least it seems like she's doing okay. She gets invited to Grammys and all that kind of stuff. So I guess she's doing okay.
Doesn't she perform?
Yeah.
Those types of events? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I ain't gonna say the Grammys, but
I think she's a beautiful voice. I'm just like, she's in her 30s and she's talking about her career, but you freezing your eggs. What you doing, big dog? Talking about you
No,
got 2 master's degrees.
some
Girl,
some
what is
women,
your which
some
direction you
women,
got?
some women want it all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, backup and backup and backup plan, whatever.
Okay.
But I don't think it's too late for her. If it seems to be working. She got 25,000 to donate
Your
to
ass
this.
is messy, just messy, just messy. I love it.
Oh God. But
I can
anyway,
see that.
so they jump to Robin, and Juan is here. He is they're discussing the date again, saying how hard it is because and I do understand my brother-in-law coaches basketball. So their schedule is hectic, but they do have a schedule and they know when they're going to be off. It's not like they don't have an off season where, okay, we know this part, I can at least schedule my wedding. But in any case, they want it to be memorable and small. And they discussed the infidelity clause. And he doesn't think that would be an issue because we've known each other since we were 16 and we're not those people.
But
Did
wait,
he cheat on her before?
so this is the point that I wanted to talk about. So
Oh, okay.
all before this particular episode, I
Mhm.
thought that was the reason why they got a divorce. I thought it was
It is.
because he was cheating.
I
And
thought
then
so too.
and then we learned in this particular episode that no, he like he started messing around after they separated. So it's kind of like what story, like it's almost
I
like,
think
have we been lied to all these years?
I think they may have thought we forgot and tried to like reintroduce this, or maybe it was a different girl that he was in a relationship longer with
yeah.
that she's talking
He
about,
actually
but
had a
she
relationship
definitely mentioned
with
him
somebody
cheating.
when they finally got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely cheated on her. They say he had her. He was out here.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was out here.
yeah. So I don't think he's innocent. So that was just like, why they trying to frame it like they just got divorced because of financial issues, but I'm like, okay.
So then what that means is that she was kind of not backpedaling, but she was like giving in on the infidelity clause. I mean, if that's the reason why their relationship ended the first time, why wouldn't he expect that? I don't get that.
You do. They pretending. They trying to stay relevant.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
girl,
think it is.
I'm over Robin and Giselle. Like that mean girl shit. Ooh, that do something to me. I don't like that.
Yeah, Robin,
Girl,
stick that infidelity clause in there. Girl. You don't need it.
girl, you know he probably still cheating.
Okay, let Karen tell
Y'all
it.
didn't see that episode, like was it last season where she's at an event and he just left early? And she called him and was like, "You left?"
What happened? I don't remember that.
Like,
Remind me.
baby, I'd have left too. I'd have unmiked so quick. I'd have left too. The only thing they would have heard was, "Okay, you at home? Okay, all right. Are you kidding me? All right, like okay, excuse me.
Okay, take this mic off.
Yeah,
And,
because you know I can't call him back right now. I'm mic'd up. I'm mic'd up. Where did you go?
oh,
What do
wait a
you
minute, I do remember that now.
mean?
Yes.
And they never addressed where he went.
Yep. I do
Never
remember now
said
that you
he
say that. Yep.
never doubled back. Probably because she's real cool with Andy, and she's probably networked herself in to where he doesn't push too much.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because he
she
doesn't go as far as he could go with them for sure.
never.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl,
I'm not gonna
look,
let y'all do my wine like that. Y'all can't do my wine like that. I'm
no,
not gonna let y'all.
you hoping Juan gets single. That's that.
Exactly.
He ain't cheating.
I hope he stepped it out.
He ain't cheating. He the faithful type.
Oh,
He looks
God.
like he's so
Oh,
cool.
gosh.
No.
Well, moving on to Wendy. Now she's back at home from surgery. And I mean, I thought she had a nice full beat to be recovering from surgery, but
Moving all slow. Come on now. Like,
She probably had them recovered already.
right, recovered, and then like, okay, move me to the living room for this scene.
I
But
can't tell him that.
it was cute because when she was in the hospital for that ER visit, she
oh yeah,
was
that
for
was
real,
real.
and
That was
no
real.
makeup on. So I was like,
Mhm.
okay, she's sick for real. But
He
this
probably was embarrassed. Like, Lord, I ain't had on my beat.
No. She
and
probably
she
made her
was
husband
fine.
record it. She probably made her husband record that because that was his phone. That
Oh,
was his phone that was recording. It wasn't a
Oh,
camera.
okay. Yeah. But she looked fine, I think, without makeup. But anyway,
I
I
can
thought it was so cute, her daughter, like helping her take care of her. That was so cute. And I don't I don't have any. Well, I have African friends that have mothers, and they talk about that, and you see all little jokes, but you see it firsthand with Wendy's mom, taking care of her, and basically they talk about breaking the cycle of not working so hard so that you can be here, and her
But
daughter
wait,
doesn't see
but
that
wait.
cycle.
The mom is a nurse. First of all, the mom weighs more than me. Second of all, the mom, you already know what your daughter got, and you trying to give her this food. Like,
Pork chops now.
somebody make
Was
that make
that what
sense.
they're supposed to do after the kidney stone? I don't
Erica,
know,
make that
but
make sense, Erica.
oh,
I don't. It don't. That's why I was just listening to the whole thing. Like, I get what she's trying to do. She's trying to send a message to the community.
mhm.
What we need to stop doing and stuff like that is like women. But I was just like, you're gonna have to come stronger next season because I'm getting bored with this.
Okay, maybe they should go more. Her mama want that breast job. Maybe they'll go more.
We need to go more into that.
Are the
But
kids gonna pay for this or what? Who's
I
gonna see
think
these breasts,
like,
mama? Yeah,
would y'all pay for your mama to get her breast done?
not that.
First, I don't have the money for it, but second, I would just look at my mom like, what is wrong with you?
No, I mean I would pay if it's something that she needed, but not this elective stuff. Mm-mm. You
I
finna
feel like that's a bit much to come out your mouth and ask. You churn.
right.
You left that leave your lips.
She
So
felt
you
bad.
probably already slide them some money each month. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's your mama and your daddy. And if you're
True,
doing real good, you slide them a little,
true,
Right.
where
true.
you want to go this weekend or what you doing and or when's that trip you was talking about? Oh, slide them a little
Yeah.
payment for it, you know what I'm saying? Or send me that payment information, you know what I'm saying? Or something.
Mm-hmm.
You better be pocketing some of that money your mama giving
Save it
you
on
and
the
save it on up. I mean, your daughter giving you each month, save it up and get your own breast done.
right.
Are you kidding me?
And it's risky too, I mean, but anyway, we'll see what happens with their mama. I don't know if they introducing something or
I'm
not.
glad
But
to hear
anyway, on to Mia's house. Karen goes to visit Mia. Karen's on her little round.
Gossip journey. Gossip journey.
And she told her mama, she was what
carrying
did
that
Mia
bone.
tell her daughter? Auntie, somebody is coming. I don't think her daughter knew who she was, but anyway, they're making graduation cookies, and they go to the Queen's part, wherever they go to kind of have this discussion about Mia and Jacqueline. And I mean, I don't know how they edited it, but it just seemed like Karen came over to ask these questions. Like, let's get
That's
to
what
it.
you came with.
She was like, now, this new showering, is that something y'all enjoy? And it sounds like they do. And she said they've done weird, promiscuous things when they were kids, like playing doctor and taking a
With a
flashlight, looking up
flashlight.
her stuff when they were 19 and 20. I'm like, number one, y'all grown. Y'all not kids.
I said, oh, is that what we're calling it?
Yes. Okay, I'm like, so you wanted to be a doctor in the strip clubs? Or no, she wasn't. What was she? A madam or something? She wore the gowns. Anyway.
So we framing it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And so
that is not promiscuous.
She in P Valley.
right. So she was like, you and G have had sex with other people, right? And they was like, yes. Was it Peter? So it wasn't Peter, but it was Peter's girlfriend. And apparently she was theirs before she was Peter's. He had her first, or they had her first. And he got the leftovers. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So she kind of insinuated that maybe that's why Mia got so angry, because Wendy may have hit a nerve or something. I wonder if Wendy knew or Wendy was just talking. And
Wendy was just talking.
I just thought about this. Didn't she keep going on and on by her lying about her husband? She was like, is she lying about my husband or whatever? And she wasn't lying about your husband. Now that I think about it.
No, she said talking about him.
Oh, I thought she said she lied, like she lied on my husband or something. But okay, we're talking about and lying. I thought for sure she said lying. But okay,
it might have been lie. I thought I heard talking about it.
Okay, I have to go back and see. But in any case,
whatever
she was saying it was the truth.
I said Mia is just running her mouth and just putting these people business out here. Now everybody know Peter with a flipper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm probably jumping ahead, so I apologize, Michelle.
Well, that's fine.
So, why does Mia get upset that Karen is running her mouth, but not Giselle?
Good question. I
He was friends with Karen longer.
because Karen brought on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That could be why. I was thinking more. It seems like Giselle is the power broker person for the show. So you want to get in her good graces to stay on. At least that's what the streets say. And maybe that's why she don't want to upset Giselle, even though Giselle throw her under the bus, talk about it, do all kind of stuff. Don't come to her grand openings or nothing. That may be why. I don't know for sure though. That's a good question.
Wait a minute. So she a power broker?
No. This is me talking. Like,
Oh,
you know how they claim there's certain people, like it used to be like for Atlanta,
Atlanta,
he
it
was
was
the
Nene.
person that claimed was you want to get on her good graces because to stay on the show. Not that she has the final word, Andy has a final word, but it's almost like he leans to her and takes her. Yeah.
mm.
Also married to Madison. I think it's I feel like it's Dr. Simone, actually. I feel like she
Yeah,
has
it
more
looks
of
like she's like pulling ahead because
yeah,
it used to be Dr. Jackie. I felt, but I really think it's Simone.
yeah. So I
I
don't
think
know.
Candy now in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with
Baby
that.
Candy is out here.
Yeah.
You better kiss her ass because if you
Yeah.
don't,
Nene made him mad. It's like, look, you could do some stuff, but I think Nene made him mad. We'll see. But anyway, we on reasonably shady. So they at the event, Ashley and Sharice arrived, Karen and Ray arrived. Karen wanted to take a picture, just make sure everybody knew she supported. Juan and the kids arrived looking happy. Now I couldn't hear, but he said, "Are y'all happy to be here or something?" Do y'all know what the kids said? Oh, okay. I
they
was
were
trying
trying
to
to lie about
it. So anyway, everybody gets there, and Karen goes in and points out that the theater was empty. So she becomes a KHZ exclusive, starts recording like Robin.
need
And
to
she was
get off.
like, I'm glad people came to support, but they were all very comfortable. They had plenty of room. They could stretch out 20 seats in between them. I was like, the shade.
No, you know what? Like I've been over events where you knew going into it that you were only going to have X amount of people, but the venue was much larger because that was the only thing available that looked the way that you wanted it to look. And so, like, I understood where they were coming from, well, in terms of the numbers. Like I got it. It made sense to me.
And I don't know if y'all noticed, but when they went in first, like the 2 days before to kind of look at the place, they had it all the way open, but they put some kind of walls up, like behind. I don't know if y'all noticed. So it made the place look a little smaller, and a little more intimate. So it didn't look as empty, but it still was empty. I guess they got those 120 VIP tickets, and that was it. But yeah. But anyway,
but wait, how much did they say they cleared?
She said 14,000. So I'm like, how much are those VIP tickets?
Okay.
Mia said she paid for hers, but
yeah, they made $4,000 profit.
Well, I thought she made 14,000 over, but that probably maybe it was. It's 4,000 sounds more like it.
She lying.
And maybe from the merch because I
you
saw
know people ain't gonna tell you that they're gonna tell you the whole sum. I tell you that they profited $4,000.
Yeah,
get that too a piece. There ain't nobody went to the damn thing. I looked and I watched that. I said, "Girl, ain't nobody coming out to see you, Otis."
Oh my God. So the event starts and Candace not there. She said she's not supporting Robin in anything.
She said she's not supporting Giselle.
Oh, sorry, you're right, Giselle.
But my question to that is, you made up with Robin, right? The two of y'all made up. Support Robin.
Yeah, but I guess if that includes supporting Giselle, she ain't doing it. So,
that's how y'all roll.
She put her foot down on that one.
That's how y'all roll.
People, but she for real.
Not support nobody I was smack.
Yeah. So anyway, they start the event, and this host says, "Introducing Robin Bryant," and I'm like, huh? So Karen starts her list. The first one was, "Do not hire drunk hosts. Make sure the hosts know your name, and make sure the mic works," because they came in and Robin's mic did not work. I think Robin got there late and did not make it in time for the sound check because she always
Always late.
That
So.
sounds about right.
But anyway, so they do their "is it reasonably shady" or "is it reasonable or shady?" One comes up, blimp, blimp, blimp. But anyway, they ask him this shady question about,
don't be doing wine like that. Don't be doing wine like that.
is it reasonable or shady that you vacuum in the morning while your spouse is asleep, or not spouse, but significant other, I should say. And he threw some shade back, like, what time is early? 6 a.m. or 11 a.m.? Robin like to sleep in. Then they do the "do that dance" segment with Ashley. Now, it started with the Cabbage Patch. I did see that on the list. I'm not quite sure that's what Ashley. I heard them say the Dougie. I did not see anybody say the Dougie.
And that's why ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Right.
Wasn't nobody coming in there.
Ashley's TikTok is a feature. Oh my gosh. And maybe she was impressed with Ashley's little TikTok moves, but she looked a hot mess. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, it was a producer, somebody on the side. They was getting it. Because I was like, maybe that's what they supposed to be doing. It was a quick clip, but I was just like, okay, he doing something, but Ashley and the rest of these people are not. So Ray took a break, and Karen added to the list dances for her event.
They be on Ashley.
Oh my god.
TikTok dances.
Okay, or lack thereof. But anyway, they had a Q&A section, and of course, somebody's gonna ask, when is the wedding? And still no answer. Stay tuned. Yeah, that was her answer. Stay tuned. But yeah, after it was over, Karen said that it was good. She said, "I didn't sleep a lot." Oh God, the shade.
That was funny.
Right.
That was funny.
Now to the juice.
And to Giselle's face.
To her face. But I do really feel like they're gonna always have that rooted friendship, no matter if they get into it or shade each other. They have that rooted friendship where they're gonna always come back together eventually or understand each other's shade. But anyway, the Jews, Giselle and Jacqueline talk, and they talk about the car thing. And so she discusses that or whatever. So she was like, "So did she buy your Porsche?" Now, at first she says, "Honey, I make my own coin." She didn't say no, though. She just said, "I make my own coin." And so that's where she left it at that point. And then she mentions that Gordon likes to be with other people, and Mia likes to watch. She was like, "You never said pick me?" Her response was, "You'll have to ask Mia that. I don't like to spill all those types of teas." Okay. So they invited Mia in, and they asked her these same questions. "Did you buy her the Porsche?" She was like, "That car is in her name." And I'm like, is anybody gonna say yes or no? Like, what? All these vague answers. And she said, "Gordon, anybody talking about Gordon? Gordon ain't got no money."
That's a lie.
I heard that Gordon didn't have no money.
All she really had to do was say, "Yeah, I bought my sister a car." That's all she had to say. I
didn't. She bought her own. I put her up on business. Like
now we all know she bought that car. All she had to do was say, "I bought my sister a car."
Right. Oh gosh. Anyway, so then they ask about, it hasn't been any type of threesome situations. They're still being vague. And she was like, "Gordon is not for me. He's not for me." But you never said no. You never said, these are easy yes or no questions. You said what?
We know who he supposedly belonged to. He for Mia. You saying he not for me?
You say supposedly.
He for Mia.
Yeah.
Sound like he for the streets. We just trying to find out.
Okay.
He got permission though. He got permission to do it.
And if you giving out permission to your man, that's y'all party. You in control of that. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all. Y'all make your own rules to y'all marriage. But why you sitting up here playing? Why you sitting up here playing like that ain't what it is?
I feel like too. if Karen was down, Gordon would be down because he likes him some Karen. She don't have to take right.
You be looking
She
at
don't have
old
to take her
Karen.
shoes off because her feet looking all good.
Karen be like, baby, I'm too old for that. They call me in my
uh,
prime.
Make certain
Should have
these
called
cameras
me
not
in.
around. Make certain these cameras
Yeah.
not
Right.
around.
You say you should have called me in my prime. Winking.
Okay.
Fuck yes.
Oh Lord. So that's kind of where the episode ended. But they tease, of course, the upcoming episode. And the lady that accused Chris is at dinner or they're at something, they're drinking. And she seems like she's going to discuss the situation and bring Eddie or Happy Eddie into it. So that's interesting. We're going to look at Karen's live
Wendy's husband?
show. Huh?
Wendy's husband?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. She said, and then Happy Eddie. Well, they kind of clipped it. She mentioned Happy Eddie, and then they said something about flirting. So I don't know if it's Eddie flirting or Chris flirting, but yeah, we'll see. They're also going to be Karen's live show. And Mia asked a question about friends running her mouth, so that'll be interesting to see what Karen responds to that. And Candace is here with the lady that accused Chris. And she doesn't want to talk to the Sesame Street character. And when I laughed at that, because that lady did, she looked like something.
It's the eyebrows, huh? It's the damn brows.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, did she get him tinted that dark?
Yeah, it's something. So yeah, it will definitely be interesting this next episode. Any other thoughts on the one today?
I do. Well, I have a question for the foreshadowing that
Okay.
they gave us with the next episode. I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
why you why you shaking? Get yourself together, Jermaine. I have a question for y'all. And this isn't on like forget the reality or whatever TV part.
Mhm.
If somebody's husband or significant other who you just so attached to, whether they flirted or didn't flirt, right, with another person, and they're being, surrounded with all this flirting and everything like that.
Mhm.
And the women that told you brought this person in your space, how would you feel? And would you fool with them anymore?
So let me understand. If somebody accused my husband or significant other of doing something he didn't do, and some people bring them in my space, would I still associate it with the people that brought them? Um, I wouldn't because it's totally shady. And I don't think I have anybody that would do, but I mean it's a TV show, but
It's
I
a
don't
TV
think
show.
I would.
Because we know
Yeah.
this reality ain't going down like that.
Okay.
It would have been flipped, it would have went
Yeah.
down.
I don't think I would associate with them anymore. It depends on if okay, so it's different if it's like, let's say it's your family member and we're at a family event. That's a little different, but if this just became your friend because they just told you some tea and now you bringing them into something, no, no.
What about you,
What you
Jermaine?
think? Are you still thinking, chewing on it?
I'm having trouble separating the fact that I'm seeing it on TV and the question. So the
Okay.
question, let me just answer the question because you set it up perfectly. You basically said in real life, in my life.
Mhm.
No, I don't think that. Well, I know me. Someone has done something similar to that with me, but not in front of other people. It was one on one, right? And the
Okay.
only thing that I kept saying is, well, what proof? Like, let me know what the proof is. What, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
walk me down this path. Who told you that? Oh, you can't tell me. Okay, I get it. I understand. You don't want to divulge that. But give me something. Don't just tell me what you're hearing out in the streets. Give me something that I can go back and look into all on my own. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, which is what they basically did. They brought the person who had the information. But for me, you got to tell me what's happening. Now,
Yeah.
if you were to do it in front of other people, I could see me being extremely upset.
Mhm.
Yeah. And do you think that they're kind of blowing this whole flirting thing up? I think if they're blowing it up, I think that even if he was flirting, did he leave with a phone number?
And some people
Because
take flirting
Candy,
differently. So some people you can smile and they be like, they were flirting at me. And sometimes you can absolutely flirt and people don't recognize it as a flirt. So all of
that
that
too.
is, yeah.
But if they flirted with you or not, did they leave with your phone number? Did they kiss you, grope you? Did they touch you in
Mm-hmm.
any way? Did y'all want to? Did y'all make that kind of like, that
Mm-hmm.
passion kind of simmer for each other in that moment? Did y'all act on it?
Right. And to me, the reason I don't
Nothing
believe
you
it,
have to tell me about nobody flirting if if there are no there's a boundary that has to be crossed here. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? For before you run and you tell somebody something. I kind of felt like somebody flirting was like, girl, you don't even really know if they just considered it flirting or not. You can't just run back. 'Cause flirting just seems kind of petty to me on the totem pole of run tell. You see
mhm,
what I'm saying? If it was a friend of mine and they told me that their husband was like, oh, so and so husband was flirting with me. Did you give him your number? Oh, well, girl, stay from around here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I don't think that's something I'm supposed to run and tell. You weren't there, Ashley. You didn't see it.
Number one, she wasn't there, definitely secondhand. And he's got to have some nerve to flirt with your wife at the same event as you. It'll be
You
different
so
if
bold.
they said it was some off camera, he was somewhere else. But this is the event everybody was at. Not only your wife, but everybody. No, I don't believe that.
I don't actually believe he actually flirted at all, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I just think that if you, as a married woman, if you gonna come at me, please don't come at me with no flirting. You gonna you're not gonna blow up my whole entire home over him smiling in some woman's face. Did he get the
Leaning on
free
the
drink? Did he get a free drink? He might have got a free drink. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's going on in these situations and exchanges, but you want to run and tell me about something where I did he pay her bills? You know what I'm saying? Like he had a nice little exchange with a woman, and where he came back home, right here to my side with me. Like that's not a big deal. Like don't blow
right.
up my home over some petty shit. That's how I felt. I was like, why are they coming to Candace with, oh, he flirted with me?
Yeah.
First of all, it still would be a conversation if he really did flirt, because it'd be like, so you embarrassing me.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
with
think
all
the other reason I feel like she lied is because she had an opportunity to tell Candace. Remember when they had that one-on-one that if you really just really your friend and you really want to say something like your husband did something, this is the time to say it. You wait until everybody's there to make a big scene. Yeah, it's definitely storyline for sure.
before he flirted with you. Girl, listen. That was a long time. Old men been flirting since been flirting. You hear me?
For
Yeah.
sure. But yes,
What you
yes.
think, Ryan? I'm sorry, you making all these faces.
No. I'm just okay. So in the types of relationships that that I have, a flirt means something. A flirt is bold. A flirt is bold.
Especially in a room full of people who know your wife.
Yeah. But with guys, flirting is tantamount to, oh, this is about to happen.
Oh,
Oh,
so
Because
they
you
ain't
because you
trying
don't
to let
just flirt.
something happen?
You
oh,
don't
okay.
just flirt. You don't.
Really?
Oh, oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
when the tables get turned.
I've seen men flirt all the time.
I'm talking about in gay relationships.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, and it's bigger than that. It's deeper than it's deeper than rap.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess we'll see and hopefully get. I don't think it's no receipts, but we'll see what happens in the next. It's I keep trying to figure out are they going to continue to air? Like, are they going to show it on Christmas or what's going to happen? But we'll see. We'll see if it airs on Christmas, I'll watch it probably the next day.
Well, look, before you go, and
Yes.
I'm looking at this. I downloaded this, and I don't think that it downloaded correctly, but
Oh, well,
hopefully
let's
it
see.
did.
Yes.
This is Watch What Happens Live with Giselle and Robin showed up.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it does show up, you're gonna hear some music underneath that. That's just so YouTube and all that good stuff.
Okay.
But
People who think that the two of you are hypocrites.
Okay, yeah, no, it didn't show up right.
Oh,
But
okay.
basically, what happened was Giselle and Robin were like, "Oh, wait a minute. There's a lot that happened that y'all didn't get to see."
Mhm.
What they were basically saying is, when Mia threw the water onto what's her name,
Wendy.
Wendy.
Wendy. Mhm.
Um, first off, what they said in the moment was, Mia, you're wrong. You shouldn't have done that. Da, 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 da. No, that's what they both said.
No, no, I'm sorry. I'm
and
just
then and then they also said they had private conversations with other people, and they specifically named Karen, the fact that they had a conversation with Karen, and they were telling Karen that Mia was wrong for doing that. And then when Robin was recording, what Robin said was, the reason I was recording was not the way that it showed. I was recording because I was telling Wendy, don't do this. You're gonna jeopardize, your job, whatever. So I was recording in general, but I was also telling Wendy, don't do this. You're antagonizing her. Da 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 da. She said they only caught that clip. That's what I wanted to show you all.
I didn't watch what's happens live because of who was on there. But
Oh, you
when
didn't
she
want
when
to
she started recording, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna get this because you're not gonna be." She basically made it seem like Wendy forgets what actually happened, so I'm recording it so we can have the facts or whatever. And they can edit, but they can't edit in anything you didn't say. So how does she go from Wendy, I'm doing this to support you and make sure you don't lose your job to you're so antagonistic? Oh my gosh. Are you supposed to be? I mean, how do you go from one extreme to
did
the
not like
other?
that she did that.
Say that again.
I did not like that she did that. Started recording her,
Oh
period.
yeah.
And started yelling, you're antagonistic after this woman threw a drink on her. She can say whatever she wants to that woman. She feels violated. Y'all lucky she didn't smack her. She didn't. She used her words and told her about herself. And again, the girl threw her purse at her. I was like, but
Yeah,
Wendy's wrong.
right.
No, I
And
don't.
I
I
mean,
don't. I don't
I'm
think
not
that's what
saying
they're
they didn't
saying. I.
say
I don't think that's what they're saying. I think that they're saying that Mia was wrong. I because it in what I saw on Watch What Happens Live, what they were saying was, no, Mia was wrong, but I'm not fooling with Wendy, and so it is what it is.
and
Mm.
I think they got so much backlash on social media because they had to cut their comments off and everything
For
that now
recording.
they're trying to save face on Watch What Happens Live. That's what I think.
What did you get comments for?
Well, like when this was back
On
when,
Instagram.
yeah, on Instagram and Twitter, like they cut off their comments so you can't, because people were clowning them. I mean, like going in on all of them, and so they cut their comments off so people can't comment on their stuff. I don't know if it's back on now, but
Was it because they were saying something to Wendy?
it was
No. They
the
were mad at Giselle and Robin,
yeah.
and
Why?
and people were making them know that they were upset.
Yeah. They were mad at it started actually at the wine thing that Wendy did. That episode started in and then it continued in Miami. But after the Miami, that's when they cut off their comments. I feel like it's easy to go back and say, well, this is what actually happened to try to save face,
Yeah.
where even though they
Reunion
edited it,
is gonna come out of the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
that's true. That's true. It'll come out the reunion. We'll see. Sometimes it comes out. Sometimes it
Sometimes.
doesn't.
Sometimes it's just a mess.
Yes. All the times it's a mess, but sometimes you get some clarity.
But the way they crucified Monique and then let Mia ride with it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
they completely turned their back on Monique. Isn't that her name?
Yeah, that's our name.
Monique.
Monique. Yep. 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 And they
Oh
better
well.
hope she don't release them tapes on Michael Darby. Oh Lord, but yes. Good episode. Good episode.
Yes, yes, it is. Thank you all for joining us. Really do appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. We
Yes.
enjoy it.